Hey guys, and welcome back to another Disney planning video. I asked like a week ago what people wanted to see about our upcoming Disney trip and all that type of stuff, and a lot of people asked for like my general rundown video. I typically do a video of this like before and then a video after, and kind of like going over what our plans are and where we plan on eating and fast passes and where we're staying and all that stuff, and then I kind of review everything after the fact. So I'm gonna do that today. I figured I'd give you kind of the 411 on our next vacation and kind of what's to come. So right now we are annual pass holders. Our annual pass holder expires on September 1st of 2017. We just took a 5-day trip back in September. We are going to take a 5-day trip in January. I am hoping to take a quick 3 to 4 day weekend trip in March or April. We are taking a week-long trip in May for my birthday, and that's actually going to be with my mom, and part of that is going to be part of my birthday gift from my mom. And then my mom's actually going to Disney with us, and it's my mom's first time ever being at Disney World. And then we would like to take a really quick 3 to 4 day trip around my husband's birthday, July 4th, so somewhere in July or August. I know that's a lot of trips, but we're really trying to maximize the fact that we bought these annual passes and really make sure that we got a lot of use out of them. After September of 2017, we're probably going to take a break for a while. The only way we will be taking another trip is basically to go pre-Christmas 2017 if none of my family comes back up again. We've all decided as a family that year mom and dad will not give the kids any Christmas presents. They will get a few things from Santa, and we are going to go to Disney with our Christmas budget. That way we're not here kind of by ourselves, missing family, missing friends, missing all of that. So kind of my hope is our August trip is our last trip for a little while, and then we will probably take some time off and then start going back to Disney maybe like once a year and do like a nice week-long trip and just have that be our trips. I would like to get to Disneyland sometime within the next like 2 to 5 years. My oldest son is just really a Disney like historian. He really likes Oswald. He really likes the like original crew. So I would really like to take him to, the first Disney, essentially, the Disney where Walt, often walked through and hung out in and all that stuff. So that is on our agenda. We're going to be buying a house in 2018, so we know that once we start the process of buying a house and then buy a house, that we're going to be kind of strict on our budget and spending most of our budget on our home for a year or two. So we just really want to enjoy this Disney year, maybe save up for a Disneyland vacation and just enjoy Disney while my kids are still young, because they are getting older and pretty soon they're gonna kind of be over it. So that's like our general plan. But for this next trip, we are going to be going to Disney around New Year's. So we will actually be in the Disney parks on New Year's Day. I am pretty nervous about it. I know that, towards the end of that week and getting further away from New Year's and Christmas, it's going to die down a lot more. But I know like January 1st, January 2nd, it's probably going to be pretty busy. The good thing is, in New Hampshire, at least I know in a lot of the states up north, the kids would be going back to school in like January, I think it would be January 2nd. So that kind of works in our favor. I think a lot of people don't want to start their kids out for the new year with them missing a day of school. So it's really going to be kind of more like schools of the South and stuff that are out, but I do know that people do extend that time into Disney. So we are kind of concerned about January 1st, but our plan is to get to Disney super early. We are going to do our fast passes and stay as long as we're having fun. We may kind of take a midday break and maybe head over to like Disney Springs or something, and then I definitely want to bring the kids back that night to see the castle get lit up, where I don't know if we will get to see it again. We plan to kind of hop to that park at night so that they can see the castle and see how pretty it is at night with all the Christmas stuff there, because it should still be there at least January 1st. If not, I'm hoping the whole time that we're there. But that's like a main reason why we wanted to take this trip was, number one, it's Trevor's birthday. Trevor's birthday is December 29th, so we were taking him for his birthday like we took the other 3 kids. But you know, the other big reason is to let them see all the Christmas stuff, to decide is, okay, is that it? You know, are you good with that? Or would you like to come during Christmas time and maybe go to the party and all that stuff? See all the hotels, you know, everything like that. So day 1 is definitely going to be, we're going to start in Magic Kingdom. We'll see how long we last. I'm not sure how long they'll last. I'm not, you know, sure how long they'll want to be there. It is going to be our first day. We are going to drive in the night before and just kind of stay off site and just relax and get some sleep, depending on, you know, what time we get there. We may get there super late at night, or we may get there kind of, you know, normal bedtime for them. So either way, they should be rested, but you know, they will have that drive, you know, behind them the day before, so they may tire out easier. But our main goals are see some Magic Kingdom and see the nighttime stuff at Magic Kingdom. This day we have no dining reservations. We just have our check-in at Art of Animation. We're going to be staying at Art of Animation, the Lion King Suites. We had originally booked Wilderness Lodge, and Trevor came up to me. He's like, Mom, he's like, we walked around the resort. He's like, and it's not like we'd be able to swim. He's like, so could we stay at Lion King? He's like, that's the only Art of Animation that we haven't stayed at, and I want, or not Lion King, Nemo. He's like, that's the only one that we haven't stayed at, and I want to stay at that one. And I'm like, if that's really what you want, that's fine with me. You just saved me $1,000. So that's what we're doing. We're staying at the Art of Animation, Finding Nemo. Our fast passes are all like in the middle of the day. We have Big Thunder Mountain, Seven Dwarfs, and Peter Pan. I am hoping to eat at Pecos Bill's this day because we are annual pass holders and we'll get 20% off there. My little 2 kids don't really eat, so we don't plan on buying any meals for Ellie there. She normally, even here, just kind of nibbles off of our plates and stuff, so I'm just gonna get things that I know that she will nibble off of, and that's how we're gonna do her dining here, because if not, she gets sick, she gets a bothersome stomach, it's not a good time. Same thing for Casey. Both of those 2 have some like food intolerances, and it's just not a good time when everyone's sick. And heck, my husband even gets some food intolerances there. So we plan on eating at Pecos Bill's, but I also plan on packing up something for the little kids. Before we leave, I'm actually going to pack all the non-cold stuff into like the gallon Ziploc bags and label them, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and make sure that there's enough like snacks, some lunch, some treats. And I took Casey and Ellie to Target the other day and let them pick out some fun snacks and stuff like that we don't normally buy. So those ones are going to actually have packed lunches in most places that we go. I'm going to make sure that I bring plenty of like juices and sodas and all that type of stuff so that everyone has a nice full belly. So I'm gonna bring things like Uncrustables and fun like little bags of chips that I don't normally buy, fun cookies that I don't normally buy, so that they feel like that they're getting like something that they don't normally have. They feel like they're getting a treat, kind of how we feel about Disney food. So we hopefully should only have to buy like 3 adult meals, and then we can split that between us. My husband will have one on his own. Aubrey and Trevor will share, and then I'll share with like the little kids too, like if they want some of my fries or something like that. So first time for us eating at Pecos Bill's, so we'll see how it goes. This morning for breakfast, we're just gonna eat, I'm gonna buy some Costco muffins. My kids all love Costco muffins. We're gonna buy Costco muffins, split them in half, and every morning that's gonna be their breakfast. We are also gonna buy the Danimals drinkable yogurt so that the kids can all have that. I'm gonna see if they have something like that for an adult. If not, I'm not too worried about it. And then we're gonna have some fresh fruit. I'm gonna buy some bagged apples and stuff like that. So we will be good for that. And then that night at dinner, we'll either eat in the parks again, or my hope is that we can kind of maybe leave the park in the middle of the day if it hasn't reached capacity, and go and check in, get our stroller, because our stroller is going to be at Art of Animation, kind of get ourselves unpacked a little bit, maybe have an early dinner at the Art of Animation food court. We bought Easy Mac. The kids loved that last time, and we can make it in the microwaves at Art of Animation. So that's our plan for like dinner that night, and then go back to Magic Kingdom and just kind of see all of the beauty that is the Magic Kingdom at night during this like Christmas holiday season. Day 2, we are going to do Hollywood Studios in the morning. There's not a ton for Ellie to do at Hollywood Studios, but Trevor loves that park and it's like his favorite park. So we have 2 options for Hollywood Studios. We can have breakfast at Hollywood and Vine. Now, in my opinion, Hollywood and Vine gets really bad reviews, so that's why we don't ever eat there. However, Disney breakfast is Disney breakfast, I feel like, wherever you go. So I booked a breakfast reservation, and we booked it because it has all the cool characters that Ellie loves. Sophia, Doc McStuffins, sometimes Jake the Pirate, Handy Manny. She doesn't know who he is, but I booked that for her considering that we will be at Hollywood Studios in the morning and we'll be at Epcot at night, and those just are not parks that have a lot for her. So I'm hoping that that kind of like burns into her head of, you know, wow, we had a lot of fun. So our plan this morning is to get to Hollywood Studios for rope drop. I'm gonna take the little kids and we're gonna rush back and do Toy Story Midway Mania 1 or 2 times. We do this every time and it works out really well. At the same time, my husband takes Trevor and you know, anyone that wants to go, typically it's only Trevor, and they ride Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, and they do like the scary type stuff. And then depending if we're doing our breakfast or not, we will meet up and do either our breakfast and then Star Tours, or do Star Tours and then our breakfast. If we're not gonna do the breakfast, then we'll do Star Tours. Oh, my nose is itching. Maybe do like the Frozen show, so Ellie has something to do if we don't do that, you know, breakfast. And then finish up with Mama Melrose. Obviously it's going to be one or the other. We're either going to have breakfast there or have lunch there. So that will kind of all depend on that. And then no matter what, pretty much after we're done like eating or that Star Tours, we may go and look around the launch bay for a little bit and then head out of there. My goal, if we don't have lunch, is to be out of there by like 1 or 2. And we're just gonna head straight over to Epcot. So we're gonna drive this day. The first day, I have a feeling that we will drive in the morning, and then the second part we'll take the buses. But then we will drive straight to Epcot. Not gonna really take much of a break. Ellie will probably fall asleep in the car, so we can just transfer her from the car to the stroller. Much easier that way than like having to do buses or anything like that. And then in the afternoon, we have fast passes for the Seas with Nemo and Friends. We have fast passes for Frozen Ever After. My hope is to kind of go into Epcot, see the Seas area, ride Nemo. The kids really love that aquarium area. It's just a lot of fun for them. See what the waits are at Test Track and Soarin' and those places, and see if, you know, the wait is low enough that we could get there if we wanted to. I had only booked 2 fast passes for this day, so it's not like I can like add another one. I don't think. I'm not quite sure how that works if you don't use up all of your fast passes to begin with, but I'm pretty sure that you can't. But kind of check the waits on those, see what we want to do. And then we also have a Garden Grill reservation this night, but I have a feeling that we're not going to use that because we do have 2 choices at Hollywood Studios that day. Again, I picked Garden Grill because it has that 20% off discount. Where we don't have the dining plan this trip, I want to kind of maximize that savings that I can. The kids all loved Garden Grill. I asked my husband about it and he was like, no, I didn't like it. But I think that he's thinking of like, because we kind of had a really bad experience with our waitress. Our waitress just vanished. No one knew where she went. The other staff didn't know where she went. The staff had to go and like try to find our check. It ended up taking us a really long time to like finish up our meal and get out of there because of that. And I think that's what he associated with it. But like the food and the experience was great. But I just think that maybe like a personal emergency came up with that waitress and, you know, she had to leave or whatever. So I have that booked, but again, that's one of the things we're going to ask the kids. But where we will be in that frozen area, I think I would prefer to just kind of like snack around the world that night and just kind of enjoy that. Maybe actually see Illuminations for once. We'll see. This night, the Magic Kingdom is also open super, super late. So if the kids are kind of over Disney, we can't get on Test Track, we can't get on Soarin', then maybe we can head over to Magic Kingdom and enjoy that time. There's also the option of just going back to the resort. So there's that. On the third day, we are going to go to Animal Kingdom. Again, we're hoping to kind of rope drop Animal Kingdom, but we don't have to. If we want to, we can just kind of take a slow morning. This day, I have fast passes for Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, and Kilimanjaro safaris. We planned on leaving this resort kind of early. There's not normally much to do at Animal Kingdom for us in the evening. We like to kind of spend our day there and then just head out and kind of have like a quieter night, or you know, do something else. So we have a bunch of options this night. So we can either go to Rainforest Cafe, which is right at the entrance of Animal Kingdom, because we don't have an animal or a Rainforest Cafe near us. We can go to Whispering Canyon Cafe, where I have a reservation around 8 o'clock at night. We figure we could go back to our room for a little bit, rest a little bit, freshen up, and then go to Whispering Canyon Cafe. And then we can also see that area decorated for Christmas. Maybe stop at like the Grand Floridian and stuff like that. Or we can go to Disney Springs, do a little bit of shopping, and do T-Rex. The kids, I thought the kids were going to want to do Whispering Canyon Cafe because they loved it last time, and it's one of the ones that's 20% off. But they were all mentioning Disney Springs whenever I asked them. So I don't know where we'll end up this night, but with, you know, T-Rex, I have our Landry's thing, so I'm going to be earning points that can earn us free gift cards. Excuse me, I can also buy discounted gift cards. So either way, I'm saving money somewhere on that part. During the day, so the annual pass has the 20% off for Flame Tree BBQ. We tried Flame Tree BBQ our first trip before the renovation, and we all hated it. Jeff and the bigger kids don't mind like chewing like meat off of bones and stuff like that. I don't like that type of meat. I would prefer my meat to be boneless. And then it came with like, I want to say like beans and coleslaw maybe. Again, things that we don't really like. So we can do that. We can go to Yak and Yeti, who knows. But again, any of these quick service meals, we will be bringing our own food for our little kids so that their bellies don't get too affected by all of the Disney food. And then that night, I do want to kind of be back at our resort a little bit early so that I can pack up and have everything pretty much ready to go so that we can check out the next day. So the next day we have Magic Kingdom again. Again, we really want to try to get there for rope drop because we will have to leave this day, so we really want to maximize our time. And I think that this day and the Animal Kingdom day will be fairly quiet at Disney. I think a lot of the people will have been leaving or have left, so we can really enjoy it. So this morning I have Space Mountain Fast Passes and meeting Cinderella and Elena. I haven't told Ellie about that, so I think she'll be really excited for that. We have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and we have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We also have a reservation for Be Our Guest lunch. This one is not discounted, so this is like the only one that's not discounted. I do think that my husband and I will probably end up having a meal or two at the Art of Animation food court. We really, really like that food court. It has really good food, we feel. So, you know, that's probably going to happen too. But there's a ton of restaurants, and we're just going to bring the card and just really try to try these different places that offer that discount to save a little bit of money. And then of course, we have bought Disney gift cards from Target, saving the 5%. I actually put every single gift card that I bought into our Disney vacation account, which then gave us, you know, free gift cards as well, because for every $1,000 you put in there, you get a free gift card. I think our room total was around $1,300, and then I put all the rest of our gift cards in there. So we got about $40 to use this trip from that. I've also taken every single thing that I've earned from Swagbucks. I've been using Swagbucks as like my Ebates or my like online shopping cashback site. And I've been doing a lot of online shopping for our Christmas presents. So by the time we leave, I'll have about $50 in a gift card from there as well. We're using that for one of the kids' money. The three little kids have $50 plus any cash that they have, and they all have anywhere between like $12 to $25 in cash. Trevor does have $100 because it is his birthday trip. So just like the other ones, they got an extra $50 last trip. So that's what they have there. I know my aunt is sending them gift cards for Christmas to use at Disney World. I'm going to assume that my mom is probably going to send Trevor one. And then I haven't heard from my cousins. If they do ask me what we want, I'm going to say Disney gift cards. I figure if the kids don't use it this trip, then they can use it on the next trips or whatever. And we're going to try to tell the kids, you know, if you don't see anything that you like, just save the gift card and you'll have it for the next trip. So they're spending money, but then they also upped the like merchandise discount, so they'll save 20% as well on merchandise. So, you know, that's huge. That's giving Trevor, you know, a lot more money. I mean, all the kids really a lot more money. They're basically getting, you know, what is that, an extra like $2 or something, a little bit less than that for every $10 that they have. So I think that the kids will have plenty of spending money. We have a lot of different dining places this time because we're really trying to try some different places and enjoy the fact that we have the big discount on food and stuff like that. But at the same time, we are bringing food for the little kids. My big kids, I'll probably bring some snacks too. We're gonna buy like a case of Gatorades and stuff like that. We're gonna bring our reusable bottles and we just fill them up with ice before we leave the parks, and then we just ask for our before we leave the hotels. And then we just ask for ice water at the places. It's not going to be super hot. I think it says the average high is like 71. So it's not like we're going to be like where we need so much water that it's going to be a pain that we have to stop like every 5 minutes, you know? So I am going to have some groceries there. We're going to have breakfast stuff. We're going to have some yogurt, some water, some stuff like that. My husband and I will probably get mugs, maybe my older two. But the little kids, we're not going to get mugs for them. They don't like the lemonade and stuff. My kids like drinking like apple juice or water or milk. They really like their milk. So I'm just going to have that stuff on hand for them. I'm not going to bother wasting the money on getting them a reusable mug. But I definitely will get one for my husband and I because we are soda drinkers and we do like to go and fill up our mugs. And for us, it's a souvenir too. It's something to bring back home to use to remind us of Disney. And I saw that they brought out a pink one, so I definitely want a pink one. What else can I say? We are, you know, driving. We live about 7 hours away from Disney, 6.5 to 7 hours away from Disney. When you factor in stops, it's about 7.5 to 8 hours. We will drive. We will stop in Valdosta, Georgia again, have a quick bite to eat, and then get right back on the road again. We will have the kids shower like right before we leave, and then they're all set for the parks the next day, and it's really only me and my husband that have to get up and shower in the morning. You know, that next park day. It's not a bad drive, but it's just, I mean, it is 7 to 8 hours in the car. We have plenty of DVDs and stuff like that for them. I've bought a few little like entertainment items for them, but they're all asking for electronics for Christmas. I think that they'll all have plenty of things to keep them busy. I definitely will be doing some packing videos, but I think that's it for this trip. Souvenir wise, I'm not really going in knowing that I need or want anything. I haven't been watching a lot of Disney vlogs, so I just don't have a want list yet, but I mean, I also haven't really been watching any vlogs. I do know that I bought a Snow White mug and a Rapunzel mug. I do think I want to get the Belle mug this time. I will obviously get an ornament. We may get a new Disney pin if they released a new one for Art of Animation. If not, we'll get something to make us remember this time of year of going, New Year, something like that. But other than that, I can't think of anything that I really want. If I could find an affordable throw, I would like an affordable throw. There is this really pretty white square frame that's on a pedestal. It's like 40 bucks though. I've always eyed that. I may end up getting that this trip. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing at Disney. I hope this video was informative, and I'll definitely have some more Disney videos to come in the next coming week or two.